did an album called Cowboy Songs back in 1989. It came out about 1990. We're celebrating getting to be a lot of years since I put that album out, but it was a gold album, my best-selling album. And I think this is the song that probably made it best known because it got on the country charts. And thanks to that, a lot of people checked out the rest of the album, which is a very, very traditional approach to cowboy music. And so Gary's going to get out the good old natural acoustic bass here to play this song. And if there's one singular thing I can say about cowboys, why they're different than other people, is because they think differently than other people. And that's because their brains and their brain cells are actually configured differently than other people. Did you know that? Especially New Mexico cowboys and Colorado cowboys. Any given day, 365 days a year, working outdoors in this state, your brain can be frozen and fried on the same day. This alters your genetic makeup, causes you to think differently than other people. And the main thing it does is it takes all of the gobbledygook out of your thinking and gets down to very simple issues. John Wayne probably said it best when he said, "Life is tough. It's tougher if you're stupid." There's a great American hero. How do we all look up to? When times are hard and ships are down, that cowboy knows just what to do. A cowboy's got a set of rules that he lives by day to day. And if you ask for his advice, he'll more than likely say, if it's a fence, bend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it. Before it burns a hole in the government's jeans. If it's a load, truck it. If it's a punch, duck it. If she's a lady, then treat her like a queen. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. Got a simple solution for just about anything. If it's a job, do it. Put your old back into it. 'Cause a little bit of dirt's gonna wash off in the rain. If it's a horse, ride it. If it hurts, be like John Wayne and hide it. Dust yourself off and get back on again. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. He's got a simple solution for just about anything. Now an old cowboy and a young buckaroo was out working, riding fence. So the old man thought he'd test this kid on his working skills and common sense. He said, "Son, if you saw three men riding in the front of a pickup dressed alike from boot to hat, can you tell which one was the real cowboy just from where he sat?" Well, the kid, he scratched his head a while and he said, "Oh man, there ain't no way to know." The old fella said, "Son, on this outfit, you got a long, long way to go." You see, the real cowboy is the one who sits in the middle. He ain't just there by fate. First of all, you know he's a real cowboy if he's sitting in the middle, 'cause on the way home from Texas Red Saloon, the Motherlode Saloon, and the Lost Love Saloon, and the Rockin' 3M Chuckwagon, he doesn't have to be the designated driver. Because, you know, you can get pretty drunk on cobbler up here, if not alcohol. Second reason why the cowboy sits in the middle, if he sits in the middle long enough, he could qualify to run for president of the United States. Because, you know, have you noticed they all kind of drift back to the middle, more or less, pretty soon. But that ain't the reason why the cowboys sit in the middle. See, cowboys really ain't that political unless there's a BLM meeting in town. No, the real reason why the cowboy sits in the middle, and he ain't just there by fate, is first of all, as I said, he doesn't have to drive. And then, two, when he gets home, he doesn't have to be the one to get out and open the gate. That's cowboy life. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy life. Every cowboy's got it. Got a simple solution, just about anything. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
Red River Honeymoon. Why do I travel eastward when all that I want is here? The Sangre de Cristos, uncountable stars, a constant covey of mule-eared deer. Damaged and scarred, looking for my North Star, my old truck broke down on Maine. On the road too long, I needed guitars and song and a couple beers to ease my pain. When somewhere between the motherlode and the stairs to Lost Love Saloon, I first laid my eyes on my Valentine and began a Red River honeymoon. The snow was crisp, the nights were long, the logs gave themselves to the fire. Two lovers began their dance hand in hand, while the ravens sang high in the choir. And somewhere between the motherlode and the stairs to Lost Love Saloon, I first gave a kiss to my Valentine and began a Red River honeymoon. Eastbound again, ice fog closing in, I think about those cold cabin nights, the stone fireplace and furs, those dark eyes of hers, and the emptiness of these city lights. Guess it's been 20 years since I stumbled here on a night so bitter and long. But here in her arms, below a night sky of stars, is where this cowboy belongs. Because somewhere between the motherlode and the stairs to Lost Love Saloon, I fell in love with my Valentine and began a Red River honeymoon. Yes, I fell in love with my Valentine and forever a Red River honeymoon.
He ain't been right since she's been gone, and he's been known to tie one on. Glass could break and chairs could fly. We best keep that cowboy occupied. Let the cowboy dance, let him dance all night. Maybe he won't fuss, and maybe he won't fight. He's the only hope, and and it's our only chance. Clear the floor, boys, and let the cowboy dance.
Dress code at the dance hall. Are we muted?
Just too dang tall.
Those Rhode Island people, I tell you what. Dress code at the dance hall. Son, I'm afraid there's a dress code. So let me just stop you right there. You're flashy and pretty and playing the role, but it's not just about what you wear. Yeah, I know I'm only the greeter. Here's some words before stepping inside. A true cowboy's also a gentleman. Don't pretend you can saddle and ride. This stage has seen Haggard and Willie, George Jones, Charlie Pride, Emmy Lou. Your eyes don't show heartache, your boots are still shiny. I suspect that their songs weren't for you. You say you're just here for the dance, and you might know all the spins and the curls, but I bet your cologne might just keep you alone from those authentic rodeo girls. But if you're dead set on some stepping and my speeching is leaving you cold, just leave your hat there on the pegboard. I don't care if that band's solid gold. There's nobody here that will take it. There's no place that hat's gonna go. Folks have done sized you up as you stood there. They suspect that you're mostly just show. Son, I'm afraid there's a dress code, and most of us here know our place. These walls have a honky-tonk holy, so we try to show honor and grace. We don't serve your single malt whiskey. We don't serve cigars, and what's more, we'd much be obliged if you wouldn't be checking your texts on the floor. Son, I'm afraid there's a dress code, and your voice is too loud for these walls. It's making you seem that you're something when you really ain't nothing at all. There's no way to mask up what's inside you. I don't care how those fancy jeans fit. This hall's a good start if you're ready. Learn humility, manners, and grit. There's some people in line here behind you. Their boots are still grimy with sand. Son, I'm afraid there's a dress code. Decide on the truth of your brand.
Clear the floor, boys, and let the cowboy dance.
I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. I wanna learn rope and ride. I wanna ride o'er the plains and the deserts out west of the Great Divide. And I wanna hear the coyotes singing as the sun sets in the west. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best. I need a rodeo, I need a rodeo, oh, a rodeo, a rodeo. I need a rodeo, I need a rodeo, oh, a rodeo. I wanna ride on back, going at a run. I wanna feel the wind in my face. 1,000 miles from all those city lights, going at a cowhead's pace. And I wanna pillow my head by the sleeping herd as the moon shines down from above. I wanna strum my guitar and know it. That's the life that I love. I need a rodeo, I need a rodeo, oh, a rodeo, a rodeo.
Everybody sing
I
along.
need a loo-dee-o. I need a loo-dee-o. Hoodle-dee-hoodle-hoodle-dee-hoodle-dee. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. I wanna learn to rope and ride. I wanna ride o'er the plains and the deserts out west of the Great Divide. And I wanna hear the coyotes singing as the sun sets in the west. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best. I need a loo-dee-o. I need a loo-dee-o. Oh, loo-dee-o, loo-dee-o. I need a loo-dee-o. I need a loo-dee-o. Oh, lady, hoodle, hoodle, lady, hoodle, loo-dee. I need a lady, hoodle, 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 lady, hoodle, lady, hoodle, 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 lady, hoodle, lady, hoodle, hoodle, lady, hoodle, loo-dee. Lady, hoodle, 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 lady, hoodle, lady, hoodle, hoodle, lady, hoodle, loo-dee, loo-dee.
There's a lost river that flows in a valley where no one goes, where the wild waters rush almost deep in the hush. Oh, I'm far from there now. I'll get back to Red River somehow, to where the white water winds in the shadow of the pine. Oh, Lost River, now I'm coming back to the pot-belly stone, where the firewood's all stacked. Come back, girl, go with me. I'm a belle, a fleur-de-lis, where the Lost River winds in the shadow of the pine. Everybody knows where that lost river flows. It's someplace that we've lost, behind the bridges that you crossed. And you'd like to return, but the bridges are all burned. Maybe you're much too far down to return to higher ground. Whoa, Lost River, now I'm coming back to the pot-belly stove, where the firewood's all stacked. Come back, girl, go with me. I'm a belle, a fleur-de-lis, to where the Lost River winds in the shadow of the pine. Whoa, Lost River, far over the ridge. Now is it too late for me to build me a new bridge to the bright golden time when her love was still mine and the world was still wild, like the heart of a child? Whoa, Lost River, now I'm coming back to the pot-belly stove, where the firewood's all stacked. Come back, girl, go with me. I'm a belle, a fleur-de-lis, where the Lost River winds in the shadow of the pine, where the Lost River winds in the shadow of the pines. Good night. Thanks for coming to Red River 2 nights ago. It's not a lost river anymore because you found it. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Yes, I do love the great American West. It's been my world. It's been my backyard. It's been my universe all my life. I've always returned to it no matter where I've traveled. A few years ago, I decided that I needed a way to support the great American culture that I came from in the great American West. It's kind of a way of life. And so I decided to start a nonprofit organization, and it's a great way to support a fantastic cause. And I think if you'll join me, there's a way you can come out a winner too. Not only do you get to have a great collectible guitar, but you'll also be able to help out my nonprofit organization, Murphey Western Institute. Murphey Western Institute is all about preserving the heritage of the great American West. Now, over the years, Murphey Western Institute has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars and helped dozens of other nonprofits all across the USA realize their visions of helping the culture of the great American West. One of our projects was restoring the old cabin that Home on the Range was written in. Another project has been putting on festivals called American West Fest that showcase the artists, musicians, and crafters of the fascinating Great American West. We've also raised funds for ministries, museums, Native Americans, and other nonprofits. We've been able to provide financial assistance for farmers and ranchers in the wake of disasters like Hurricane Harvey. But most important, we've been able to give money and help horse trails and hiking trails stay open. This is a fully tax-deductible purchase, of course. Not to mention, you'll get a thoughtful gift or wonderful souvenir out of the deal, too. And probably one day, it'll be worth more than you paid for it. I want to show it to you. It's not the guitar that I just played because that's a one-of-a-kind guitar made by the Collings Guitar Company. This is the collector's guitar that I send out. It is a personalized guitar. I'll put your name on it or the name of anybody you want on it. I write the lyrics to my song Wildfire on it. And I'll also put a message on it. All you have to do is just let me know what you want me to say. Thanks so much for your support of Murphey Western Institute. We couldn't do it without folks like you. And you'll get something for it if you make a contribution. One time he loaned me his brand new Chevrolet down to West Texas, and along the way I ran into a hitchhiker. And I guess Lyle Lovett must have had a similar experience because he also recorded the song. I was driving down the West Texas highway, saw a hitchhiker, he was going my way. Didn't look suspicious, didn't look any too clean. Put on my brakes and I opened my door. I could tell he was a bum by the muddy boots he wore. He said, I'm going down to Haskell. I got a woman down in Abilene. He said East Texas is where I come from. Working in a rodeo down there and it sure got ho-hum. So I'm traveling around a whole lot of Texas I see. Mighty glad you're going my way. Brand new clothes and your great big Chevrolet. I'm going down to Haskell. I got a woman down in Abilene. as I let him out in high school. And that's about the last of that road tramp I ever have seen. I'm still wishing to this very day that he had my clothes in my big Chevrolet, and it was me going to high school. A woman down in that balloon. I'm still wishing to this very day that he had my clothes in my big Chevrolet, and it was me going to high school. The woman down in that balloon.
Here's another tune from our new album called Road Beyond the View. This is influenced by my days in Santa Fe when I was going to college down there. Great old school called St. Michael's, which has now been shut down. But we're hoping it'll open back up again someday. It was a great time. We used to go to this Zozobra festival, and I would chase around this girl named Francie, who's now my wife. And we just love to look at all the art, and so this is called Gallery Road, written with my dad, Murphy.
Saw your shadow by the window down on Gallery Road, past a weeping old fountain, the vendors below, past some amazing bright trinkets, dazzling stones, pastel palettes mixed with silver and bones. And I wonder if you're ever on the streets all alone. Do you notice how they stare at the ringlets, cold black hair, pastels, ringlets of blue? Icy cold and that I fell into. I had a vision of the ancients forcing heavenly fire, the kivas where they sweat out the earthly desire, the coyote and the eagle and the serpent flow. They were mixed up in your spirit down on Gallery Road. Gallery Road. What I wanna know about, all I wanna understand. Do I have to find love in it however I can? I just wanna find you somewhere in every brush stroke. To hide it like a phantom in the smoke. Are you a spirit or an artist like every other ghost? Well, wherever you are, I raise my glass up in a toast to all the restless painters, sculptors that got lost, trying to capture your spirit without counting the cost. Chasing shimmering lights, glancing off of the glass, to the stairs by the cathedral where the cameras flash, to the maze of St. Francis and the painted window where you hide out on the evening tide down on Gallery Road. Gallery Road. Gallery Road. Gallery Road.
Painted walls of Paladura, how my heart can see them yet. As a boy of 18 summers, long before I knew regret. There I rode the bold unwilling, and my loop was keen and true. Even in the dead of winter, skies were always blue. In the heat of summer branding, we get an early start, jingling the horses, saddle in the dark. Then we'd ride out on the morning without a spoken word. The ring of spur, the fall of hoof was all that could be heard. It's been saddle horse and catch twine, that has been my life. Some say it's been my downfall, that the world has passed me by. But the life I've lived I freely chose, I'm headed here tonight. I was born to be a cowboy, and I will be till I die. I first laid eyes at Darcy Taylor, the cowboy's Christmas ball, the daughter of the preacher. She was the fairest of them all. I knew I could never have her, but I loved her just the same. I still get that old-time feeling when I hear her name. It's been saddle horse and catch twine, that has been my life. Some say it's been my downfall, that the world has passed me by. But the life I've lived I freely chose, I'm headed here tonight. I was born to be a cowboy, and I will be till I die. Photographs and trophy buckles, things you hold with pride. Your eyes grow dim, don't mean as much as what you got inside. And I've got lots of memories, to me worth more than gold. And I can say I'm ready, Lord, when my time has come to go. It's been saddle horse and catch twine, that has been my life. Some say it's been my downfall, that the world has passed me by. a cowboy, and I will be till I die. I was born to be a cowboy, and I will be till I die. We've got a local here tonight, a guy that is one of the most incredible musicians I've ever encountered. I love to play banjo, but when I'm around him, I never ever pick up a banjo because he's the best. Mark Epstein. How about a hand for Mark Epstein? Mark lives right here in Durango, and where did you play tonight? In Vallecito. And he also plays out at the James Ranch. Guys play all over wherever they can get a gig, just like me. I just love gigs. She came to me, said she knew me, said she'd known me a long time. Spoke of being in love with every mountain she had climbed. And she talked up till she walked up far above the timberline. From that night on, I knew I'd write songs. Carolina in the pine. There's a new moon on the 14th, first quarter, the 21st. The full moon in the last week brings a fullness to this earth. There's no guesswork in the clockwork of the world's art or mine. There are nights I only feel like Carolina in the pine. When the frost shows on the windows, that old wood stove smokes and glows. As the fire grows, gonna warm our souls, watching rainbows in the cold. And we'll talk of trails we walked them far above the timberline. There are nights I only feel like Carolina in the pine. Sweet Carolina, sweet. you. Mark Epstein on banjo. God bless you. God bless the United States of America and the La Plata County Fair. Comes down from Yellow Mountain on a dark flat land she rides on a pony she named Wildfire. A whirlwind by your side on a cold Nebraska night. They say she died one winter when there came a killing frost, and the pony she named Wildfire busted down the stall. In a blizzard he was lost. So by the dark of the moon I planted, but there came an early snow. Then a hoot owl howling outside my window now. 6 nights in a row coming for me, I know. We're both gonna go. We'll be riding wildfire, riding wildfire, riding wildfire, on wildfire, gonna leave. Side busting behind, get the hard times right on out of my mind. We'll be riding wildfire. Friends, I'd just like to leave you with this thought. The cowboy philosophy is, if you don't like the job, if you don't like your boss, if you don't like what your leaders are telling you to do, if you don't believe what your teachers are telling you, just saddle up and ride off into the sunset. And when you get over the mountain, we'll all be there to greet you. I think we got a few things to talk about.
sundown, I'm thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, keeping the sun at my back. Big horse trailer and truck, I can make my own luck as I ride through the sand and the sage. As it gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy,